What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We've got a full MLB slate today, and this is the kind of card where you can really separate the solid spots from the ones that are just noise. A lot of travel spots, a lot of pitching mismatches, a few teams in bad form, and a couple of prices that look a little too soft for what's actually happening on the field. That's exactly the kind of board I like breaking down. We're not forcing every game today. We're looking for the best angles, the cleanest edges, and the spots where the matchup, form, and price all line up. So let's get into it. First up, Chicago and Toronto. This is a fade spot for the Blue Jays for me. They just wrapped up a series in Boston. Now they've got to turn around and play a day game on short rest, and that's never ideal. It's not the longest travel in the world, but it still matters when you're shifting routines like that. Chicago, on the other hand, is in a decent spot here. Ben Brown has been their best pitcher this season, and that gives them a real edge on the mound. When you can pair a strong starting pitcher with a home game and a price that still feels manageable, that's usually where the value starts to show up. Toronto's got some names in the lineup, but I still think this is a spot where the Cubs can take advantage. The Jays also just came off a sweep, and that can create a little letdown effect, especially when you're coming back on the road. So for me, my best pick is Cubs moneyline. I like Chicago here because they've got the better pitching matchup, the better home setup, and the better timing. Next game, Detroit and Chicago. This is one of those plays where the pitcher edge is just too big to ignore. Tarek Skubal is on the mound, and even though he's coming off the injured list, this is still a massive upgrade for Detroit in a game they really need. The Tigers are in a position where these division games matter a lot. If you want to stay alive in the race, this is the type of series you have to win, and honestly, probably sweep. They've already struggled badly against Cleveland, and you can't keep dropping games inside the division if you want to climb back in. On the other side, Eric Fedde is not a name I want to back. Detroit should have the better starter, the better upside, and the better chance to control the game from the beginning. Because of that, I don't mind the run line here. If Skubal gives them the kind of start I expect, Detroit should have enough to win by margin. So for this one, my best pick is Tigers run line. One player prop I like here is Riley Green over total bases. If I'm backing the Tigers on the run line, I want to be on a hitter who can help them get there. Green makes sense because he's one of the guys most likely to do damage against a pitcher like Fedde. He doesn't need a perfect game to get over this number. A double, a couple singles, or one big swing can all get the job done. He hasn't been at his sharpest lately, but this is exactly the type of spot where I'm willing to buy low. Home game, favorable matchup, and a pitcher on the other side that I think he can square up. So if you want a player angle in this game, Riley Green over total bases. Next up, Giants versus Marlins. We're waiting on the line here, but I like the Giants once this number opens. They're coming in off a break after the rainout, and they've actually been playing a lot better recently. Since they made it clear they were willing to move pieces and lean into the younger side of things, the offense has looked more alive than people expected. Miami, meanwhile, doesn't really have a clean pitching setup here, and that gives San Francisco a nice chance to grab the game outright. When a team doesn't have a settled pitcher listed yet, I usually want to be on the side that at least has direction and some momentum. So my best pick is Giants money line. Now to Tampa Bay and Washington. This is a game where I like the Rays, but I like the total even more. Tampa Bay has the better bullpen, and that matters a lot here because the Nationals have not been great in that area. Both offenses can put the ball in play. Both starters are decent but not untouchable, and I think the game has a good chance to stay active offensively. The Rays are also in a good spot at home. They've got enough lineup depth to take advantage of a weaker pitching staff, and if they get ahead early, the Nationals could be the kind of team that struggles to catch up. So for this one, my best picks are Rays money line and over the total. I think this is one of the better games on the board if you're looking for a run-producing matchup. Next, Milwaukee and Atlanta. This one really stands out to me because of the pitching matchup. Milwaukee has the edge on the mound, and that's enough for me to trust them against a Braves team that just hasn't looked right lately. Milwaukee's starter has been excellent, and this is the kind of form you want to back when the price still feels fair. Atlanta has had some issues, the injuries are stacking up, and they've been inconsistent enough that I'm not trying to force a Braves play here. The Brewers look like the steadier, more reliable team, and that's the side I want. So for this one, my best pick is Brewers moneyline. Now we get into one of the more interesting underdog spots. Texas on the run line makes sense to me here. They've got the pitching edge, and San Diego is not a lineup I trust to come from behind or hit enough home runs to make a big comeback. That's important because if Texas gets ahead, I don't think the Padres have the kind of firepower that scares me. The Rangers have enough power to put pressure on the other side, and at plus money on the run line, that's the type of price I can get behind. So for me, my best pick is Rangers run line. Now for Guardians versus Astros. This is one of the more emotional plays of the day for me, but I still like Cleveland. The Guardians have been in a weird stretch, but the offense has actually shown some life recently, and that matters. If they can get even average production from the top and middle of the order, they've got a shot to steal this one. Houston is not a team I love laying with right now, especially in a game where Cleveland has a live pitching setup and some momentum on the offensive side. If the Guardians are going to keep their season moving in the right direction, this is the kind of game they need to compete in and potentially win outright. So for this one, my best pick is Guardians moneyline. Next up, Cardinals versus Royals. This is one of those spots where I don't want to overthink it. St. Louis has been the more stable team, they've been putting together a better season, and they've got the more reliable profile going into a game like this. Kansas City had a big outing recently, but I don't think they're likely to repeat that kind of performance back-to-back. The Cardinals are the more complete side, and I'm happy to lay a short price with them. So for this one, my best pick is Cardinals moneyline. Now we have Pirates versus Rockies. This one should be fun if you like offense. Two bad pitchers, two teams that are not exactly built to suppress runs, and a ballpark that can definitely help the baseball carry. That usually means one thing: runs. I'm going with the over here, and I don't think you need much more than that. When both starters have numbers this shaky, the safest angle is usually the total. So for this one, my best pick is over 11.5 runs. Next, Angels versus Athletics. I'm staying away from this one. There are too many moving parts, and with some uncertainty around the pitching situation, I'm not interested in forcing a play just to have action. Sometimes the best bet is no bet, and this feels like one of those games. Next up, Arizona and Minnesota. This is a really interesting game because both teams have something to play for, and the line tells me the market is giving Arizona the edge for good reason. They've got the better pitcher, the better home setup, and they look like the team with a little more urgency right now. The Twins have made some progress, but I still think Arizona is the sharper side here. If the D-backs are trying to stay in the race and keep control of their season, this is the kind of game they need to finish. So for this one, my best pick is Diamondbacks run line. Next, we have Dodgers versus Orioles. This is another one I really like. The Dodgers at home on the run line make a lot of sense. They've got the better offense, the deeper bullpen, and a lineup that keeps getting healthier. Baltimore, meanwhile, has been far less impressive away from home, and that matters a lot against a team like Los Angeles. If you give me the Dodgers laying a short number at home, that's usually a spot I'm willing to take. So for this one, Dodgers run line. Final game, we have Mariners versus Red Sox. I know the Red Sox have burned a lot of people lately, and I get why nobody wants to keep trusting them. But this is one of those spots where I think the price is just a little too friendly to ignore. Seattle has the better starting pitcher on paper, but they're dealing with some lineup issues, and that opens the door just enough for Boston to be live. The Red Sox are also in a spot where maybe a road trip and a reset helps them after getting swept. I'm not saying this is some lock, but at plus money, I'm willing to take the shot. So for this one, my best pick is Red Sox moneyline. That's the full slate for today. A lot of pitching edges, a few good price plays, and a couple totals that stand out if the bats show up. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with somebody who's betting these games tonight. It helps the channel a lot, and it lets me keep bringing you these daily picks and breakdowns. Keep it smart, don't chase every game, and let the best spots come to you, and I'll catch you in the next one.